Elon Musk has an ultimate strategy to put brain chips in everyone. How far are we from becoming cyborgs? If you ask Neuralink scientists, they'd probably tell you that we're just an FDA approval away. This story started in 2016, when an ever-so-curious and restlessly entrepreneurial Elon Musk launched a company called Neuralink, with the aim to build a successful BMI, a direct brain-to-machine interface. You must have already heard of Neuralink and questioned its reliability, and it is surely a science fiction concept becoming reality. If you asked me, of the many futuristic technologies unfolding these days, Neuralink Brain chip definitely tops the list in the wow factor. It's kind of unsettling as well, but let's dig deep into how it works, what it can do for us, and if it's a dream or reality. A cyborg world. A world full of cyborgs already exists, but our cell phones added appendages. Our phones are stuck with us forever, but being a bit more technical, a cyborg is, quote, a fictional or hypothetical person whose physical abilities are extended beyond normal human limitations by mechanical elements built into the body. And that is exactly what Neuralink is trying to achieve. So what might such a world look like? What if you could connect your brain directly to a computer? Imagine the possibilities. You could control your devices with your thoughts, communicate with others without ever opening your mouth, and enhance your cognitive abilities beyond what is currently possible. But instead of thinking about becoming a superhuman, think about how much it could help our loved ones suffering from brain illnesses and disorders. Neuralink is promising a better life to individuals with multiple brain impairments. This may sound like science fiction, but it's becoming increasingly real, thanks to the work of Neuralink. But what is Neuralink really? Neuralink is a brain-machine interface. Now, what is a BMI? It is a brain-to-machine interface that seamlessly connects your brain with machines. For example, using your phone just through thinking, playing games just using your mind, typing with just your thoughts. Sounds crazy even when I'm just saying it. A brain FIFA match, or running around in a game of Grand Theft Auto with only your brain as the console. Well, if you're thinking this is a bit far-fetched, then let me give you some evidence, a little later in the video. Before that, let's look at what this chip looks like. Well, the Neuralink Brain chip is roughly the size of a coin, with wires emerging out of it and ending in electrodes. Elon Musk called it a tiny Fitbit with wires. Surely Elon knows how to sell things, but is it really this convenient? A high-tech robot is used to insert the electrodes into a human brain in just an hour. The scars left are supposed to be nothing more than dot marks. The chip would be on the outside, covered by your hair. The electrodes would transmit and receive electrical signals. What it means is that it not only can receive the information about our brain, but also transmit new information to our brain. That information would be transferred via external machines. This is what we mean by BMI. It's probably beyond us to understand exactly how it works, but I do understand that because our brains have electrical neural signals, an electronic device should be able to pick up and alter these signals. That's why it's already being done in multiple medical procedures that study brain activity. What is drastic about this one is that it promises a high rate of accuracy, an involvement into the brain activity, and most of all, a direct incision into the brain. All sounds pretty risky, but so far Neuralink has conducted many tests on animals. Neuralink testing. Neuralink brain chips have been tested on animals including pigs and monkeys. A pig named Gertrude was one of the 2 pigs with Neuralink installed in their brains. Scientists showed that Neuralink received signals about pigs' movements and acting. It would translate the pig's brain activity on the computer. But what is more fascinating is to use it on a monkey. A monkey named Pager was tested with 2 Neuralink devices installed in the brain. And you wouldn't believe it. Pager the monkey learned how to play ping pong on the computer. First, it learned how to use a joystick, or should I say, taught by the chip to use a joystick, and then it learned how to play the game just with its mind. What about human testing? Neuralink was supposed to be tested on humans back in early 2022, but the feds kept delaying it. Now it's been rejected by the FDA for human testing. The ethical and safety considerations are sky high when it comes to adding a chip to your brain. That makes sense. Wearing FDA shoes, let's take a look at it again. Neuralink wires that are supposed to enter your brain are thinner than hair, but they contain 3,000 tiny electrodes that can study about 1,000 brain neurons. There are 86 billion neurons in a brain, and our minds are far more complex than any other being. Our thoughts, cognitive thinking, creativity, and control of our body are unfathomably complex in their nature. Hitting these spots using the chip does seem scary and impossible. Yet one can imagine that the chip may perform targeted functions, enabling brain activity where there is a malfunction, which is why Elon Musk planned its first human tests to be on humans with severe spinal cord injuries. He told journalists that his work would focus on restoring brain function in the tetraplegic and quadriplegic group. If this works out, thousands of people will be able to walk again. The testing, however, is subject to FDA's approval, which was recently rejected. Hope. Yes, we are all skeptic about Neuralink's abilities, but what it also gives to many is hope. Musk's views about the chip resonate these feelings. He told Guardian that, quote, "I think we have a chance with Neuralink to restore full-body functionality to someone who has a spinal cord injury. Neuralink's working well in monkeys, and we're actually doing a lot of testing and just confirming that it's very safe and reliable, and the Neuralink device can be removed safely." For those whose loved ones are suffering, Neuralink has a different meaning. It might even be a desperate call to end the pain of their friend or family. The potential applications of this technology are vast. For example, it could be used to help people with paralysis regain mobility by controlling robotic limbs with their thoughts. It could also help people with speech or hearing impairments to communicate more effectively by translating their thoughts into spoken words or vice versa. All these applications represent the hope of someone somewhere in the world, which is why to me, Neuralink doesn't seem impossible. One thing is clear, the future of brain-machine interfaces is rapidly approaching, and Neuralink is at the forefront of this revolution. As with many new technologies, there are both risks and rewards, but the potential rewards of merging humans with artificial intelligence are too great to ignore, and Neuralink's work is helping to make this vision a reality. However, we must be wary of a potential AI takeover. If the brain chip can come right out of science fiction, what are the odds that AI takeover won't? Furthermore, although Musk is trying his best to get FDA's approval for human testing, I believe that FDA's precautions are worth it. In the meantime, the technology would be improved further for its security and safety measures. If something's going to enter a human brain to make the person perform desired actions, it better be safe. The technology is already claimed to be safely removable, but we never know how a human brain would respond to stimuli from 3,000 electrodes. In a nutshell, this awe-inspiring tech might be ready in a few more years, and there's little to stop the wave of evolution and technology. Let's hope it turns out for the good of humanity. So which team are you on? The skeptics or the hopefuls? Let us know in the comments.